So cold fronts are coming through and it has me in the mood for soup and sandwiches, mainly because it's easy to make, but I am going to elevate tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. This is my son's favorite. He actually requested it, and I'm also going to show you this Mexican style hot beverage that is one of my favorites. Actually, this entire video is just favorites. Roasted tomato soup. So I've already halved 2 Roma tomatoes because I had them. I'm going to be adding some sugar bomb flavored tomatoes or sugar bomb tomatoes. Use the combination you like. You could use all Roma if that's what you have. Here I have some Campari tomatoes. That's going on. Half of a shallot. This was really big, by the way. That's why I'm using half. If you have a smaller shallot, use the whole thing. So let's spread that out. I'm also using 3 cloves of garlic with the skin on. That protects it from burning when we go to roast it in the oven. Now I'm going to add some cooking oil. Just spray that. A generous pinch of salt. So we got everything we need. This is going in a preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until everything is just roasted and softened a bit. So let's say like 20-25 minutes, maybe a little longer. So the tomatoes are roasting in the oven. It smells amazing, but since cold fronts are finally coming through in my area, it is officially atole and champurrado season in my house. You may call it hot cocoa, hot chocolate season, but in my house, atole. And I'm gonna show you one of my favorite ones today. And if you don't like corn, then I'm probably not going to convince you to try this, but if you are curious, give it a try. It is one of my favorite hot beverages to make in the fall, winter, heck, year-round whenever I can get sweet corn. I have all my corn into a blender cup, and I'm going to add 1.5 cups of room temperature cool water. And I'm going to puree this. Here I have about 2.5 cups of water in a pot, and those cobs that we're left with, I'm going to add these into the water. Any starchiness and flavor helps. I only found this piece of piloncillo. I'll probably add more sugar to taste, but I'll start with this amount, just a little bit, and a cinnamon stick. Put that in the water. Turn on the heat. There we go. Okay, so here I have a 12 fluid ounce can of evaporated milk. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to add some ground cinnamon extra. It already has a good cinnamon flavor with the cinnamon stick, but I like to add extra. Just give that a good mix. Okay, so I am going to use cornstarch to thicken this. Okay, so I've got like 2.5 tablespoons of cold water, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and give that a mix, make a slurry, and this is what's going to thicken the atole. I couldn't find my other piloncillo pieces, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of sugar, a little extra sugar to taste. Sugar and, you know, seasonings, things like that are always to your preference. So this should do the trick for me and my family. Pinch of salt. Okay, time for the slurry. I'm gonna just mix this because the cornstarch sort of settles on the bottom. And then we're gonna pour that in. And now just give that a mix. And once it thickens and just gently like boils or simmers, then it's ready. With the heat off, you want to add some vanilla. And this is done. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, cheers. Actually, this is so hot, I'm probably gonna wait, but I wanted to mention something. So there are different varieties of corn that have a higher starch content. So you would not need to add a cornstarch slurry to thicken it. It's just going to be starchy enough where it does create this like thickened porridge like drink. The viscosity is a lot thicker without the addition of cornstarch. But the ones that I get at my local grocery store, the super sweet corn that tastes good in this, needs help with the starch. So cheers. Okay, this is done. You can take the garlic skin off, kind of just push the garlic out. Also for the tomatoes, they should just, the little branch should just pop right off because they're roasted so well. And just do this. Works out great. And here's what I like to season it with. Here I have a little bit of dried thyme, crushed red pepper flakes, and smoked paprika. Probably like a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of each. It just depends on your taste buds. So that's gonna go in. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon, the rest of chicken bouillon powder, and there should be enough moisture in these tomatoes or liquid to puree. So here we go. In a preheated pot, this is going in, and it's very thick. So what I'm going to do is add like a cup of water into this blender cup to get any residual puree. Okay, let's kind of swish that around as best as I can get it. Right into the pot. And now I'm going to give this a stir and let it just simmer for about 10 minutes on a medium-low heat. And then you're going to taste it for salt, seasoning. Do what you must to make it your own. But this is a very easy roasted tomato soup. It's my favorite. We make it all the time. Oh gosh. Tomato soup is not complete unless you make a grilled cheese. And the one that my kid likes is a grilled cheese made with the jalapeno cheese bread from our local H-E-B. And that's what we're doing. I have the jalapeno loaf, jalapeno cheese bread loaf, and extra sharp white cheddar cheese. Look, make a classic grilled cheese with American cheese and white bread slices. It's still going to be good, but this is what I'm working with today. Okay, quick PSA. So in one of my last videos, I had a commenter comment that for those of you that are willing to help, and this brings up a good point. I believe it's in my Aldi $40 holiday meal video. For those of you that are willing to do this or can, if you could donate to families this holiday season or just in general, because even now, we have a lot of families that are struggling to put food on the table. So I will try to look up some websites or some resources where for those of you that want to donate or help out, you can. And some of you can look this up in your local communities. I'm in the greater Houston, Texas area, so there are a lot of places that I actually do donate to and help out with. For those of you that can, adopt a family this holiday season to help them put food on the table and, I don't know, to ease some of the tensions that we're all facing right now. I'm going in. For those of you that don't like eating noises, tune away. And as always, be sure to check the description below for the ingredient list and comment down below what your favorite soup and sandwich combo is or how you're going to stay warm in the colder weather. See you in the next video. Bye.